Hello everyone, and welcome to After Alexander, Episode 56, The End of an Era. As I alluded to last time, we're going to divert our attention away from the Seleucid dynasty. This is because 239 BCE, which is approximately our current year, is one which is the end of an era, as the title says. This is because we say goodbye to someone who has been in our narrative for what feels like an eternity. He's been firmly in power since episode 26, all the way back when Antiochus I had yet to fight the First Syrian War. It's time to say goodbye to Antigonus II. In 239 BCE, Antigonus II died at the age of 80. Common sources don't say what he died of. During my research, I thought that because of this, it was safe to assume Antigonus died of natural causes, and my research proved me right. A chapter by Winthrop Adams in the book A Companion to Ancient Macedonia explicitly states that Antigonus II died naturally. Let's just pause for a moment and reflect on how impressive this is. Antigonus II died at the age of 80, and he died naturally during the Hellenistic Age. Not for him the fate of being assassinated like Seleucus I. We mentioned back in the day that Ptolemy I was impressive for being the only one of the Diadochoi to die in his bed at the age of 84. Here, it seems, Antigonus is trying to replicate that feat. What does it mean to say that he died at 80 years old? Well, let's look at modern statistics for comparison. A paper published in 2015 ascribed an average life expectancy for men as 75 years in the United Kingdom. Granted, this figure is a bit higher in women at 83.3 years. However, what this means is that Antigonus II has lived longer than is the average for men in the UK in our modern era. Given the state of medicine today compared to then, that's impressive. Antigonus ruled from about 277 or 276 BCE onwards, albeit interrupted by Pyrrhus of Epirus unseating him from 274 to 272. If you crunch the numbers, that gives him a reign length of a Macedon of approximately 35 years at minimum. If you want an external figure to compare to, that's a similar reign length to both Henry VI and Henry VIII of England. Antigonus II was the son of Demetrius I and the grandson of Antigonus I. He was a member of the Antigonid dynasty, which suffered a major setback after their defeat at the Battle of Ipsus in 301 BCE. We last discussed Ipsus during episodes 11 and 12. Antigonus was born in 320 BCE, which for context means that it had only been 3 years since Alexander the Great had died, and the conference of Triparadisus was in full swing when he was born. Under Antigonus, Macedon had enjoyed stability and become overlord of Greece once again. The short, snub-nosed Antigonus wasn't very exceptional from a military standpoint, apart from when he was fighting the Gauls. His main set of skills lay in politics. His Wikipedia article makes the point that others might have had more success, but Antigonus was stable. They cite the example of Pyrrhus at Epirus at this point. I guess there's a trade-off between flying high and flying too close to the sun. During the decades of his second rule, Antigonus II managed to not get burnt. When he died, he left behind him a stable succession. His son Demetrius succeeded him as Demetrius II. His grandson Philip, the future Philip V of Macedon, would be born the year after his death in 238 BCE. Demetrius II himself had been born in about 275 or 274, making him about 35 years old when he succeeded his father. A far cry, I'm sure you'll agree, from the child succession of Alexander IV all those decades ago. In his discussion of the Seleucid Empire, Edwin Bevan doesn't mention the death of Antigonus II at all. The whole text is filled with the plight of Seleucus II, as you might expect. However, given that he's been in the background forever, I thought it was worth giving him a proper send-off. Next time, however, we'll turn back to the struggle between Seleucus II and Antiochus Hyrax. After all, there's a showdown on the way, and it's waiting for us at Ancyra. Until then, thank you all for listening. Feel free to get in touch at the show's email address for any questions, comments, or topic suggestions for future episodes. Until next time, have a great week, everyone.